Hey y'all, I am back with another sponsored video. This one is about Aquarian mothers. So if you have an Aquarius mother, some of what I say, or maybe all of it, could relate to your experience. So this is about the good, the bad, and the ugly dealing with Aquarius mothers. And I chose this image. This image is from the movie Terms of Endearment, featuring Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger. Shirley MacLaine plays Aurora, the mother. So I love this movie, and I watch it at least once a year, and I've become very familiar with it. And Aurora, played by Shirley MacLaine, in my opinion, is demonstrating an Aquarius mother. So let me just read the storyline real quick. Aurora and Emma are mother and daughter who march to different drummers. That phrase right there, marching to different drummers, is very Aquarian alone. Beginning with Emma's marriage, Aurora shows how difficult and loving she can be. The movie covers several years of their lives as each finds different reasons to go on living and find joy. Aurora's interludes with Garrett Breedlove, retired astronaut, and her getting with an astronaut is so Aquarian because Aquarius rules astronauts. And next door neighbor are quite striking. In the end, different people show their love in very different ways. So that's very much the essence of an Aquarian mother. She is likely to show her love in a non-traditional or unconventional way. And the interesting thing is Shirley MacLaine, she's a Taurus, but she has her North Node in Aquarius in her fifth house. And the fifth house deals with children. So when I say she is playing an Aquarius mother in this movie, trust and believe she is. And fifth house also deals with acting. And my mother is an Aquarius, so I know all about that Aquarian experience with mothers. So if you haven't seen this movie, I definitely recommend that you check it out. So let's get started with the Aquarian mother. This video has been sponsored by Angela. Thank you, Angela, for sponsoring this video. Angela wants to know, so she said, here are some questions if needed, but I'm completely open. My intent is to understand her and have a better relationship. So again, here is another image from Terms of Endearment featuring Shirley MacLaine as Aurora on the left, Deborah Winger playing her daughter in the middle, and Jack Nicholson playing her boyfriend on the right. So again, if you haven't watched this movie and you want an idea of how an Aquarian mother can be, definitely want to check it out. Also, here are some more images of Aquarian mothers. We have Alicia Keys with one of her sons, Kenya Moore with her cute daughter. This picture is so cute. And if you notice, they have the matching outfits. Aquarius is very much about coordinating things, including outfits. Then we have Janice Dickinson with her daughter, Kerry Washington, glowing in her pregnancy. And here she is with her family, her husband and her two children and other family members. Kelly Rowland with her son. Brandy with her daughter. Now they look like sisters instead of mother and daughter. Very beautiful picture. Actress Mia Farrow with her adopted children and with her perverted ex-husband, Woody Allen. And Aquarius women can attract perverted men. That's one of the potentials of having an Aquarius son. So yeah, she definitely attracted a pervert. Woody Allen ended up marrying this girl over to the right, his adopted daughter. I think her name is Soon Yi. I think they're still married. And then we have Yoko Ono and her son, who she had with John Lennon. And Yoko was definitely the epitome of an Aquarius, especially one of those offbeat, unconventional, weird Aquarians, eccentric, definitely Aquarian. So Angela said, can you give us a brief overview of typical Aquarius traits? So first and foremost, Aquarius is a sign of the genius. It is representative of the zenith of mind power. Aquarius is friendly, chummy, sociable, engaging, and Aquarius rules social media. So especially when you take into consideration the grand trine that exists between Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, that grand trine is the epitome of social media. Intelligent, tolerant, progressive, egalitarian, where no person is put above the other. Humorous. Aquarius will put you up on some game. A liberating influence. Unification. Fandom. Radical. Frank. In terms of communication, Aquarius deals with the hardcore truth, or truth that is like a slap in the face, or truth that is like a rude awakening. Inventive. Innovative. Goal-oriented. Aquarius is the trendsetter of the zodiac, and Aquarius is scientific and experimental. Aquarius is into metaphysics, including astrology. Aquarius rules metaphysics, and astrology is a part of metaphysics. Aquarius is highly intuitive, and Aquarius will receive downloads from the ether. So Aquarius intuition is basically pulling information from out there, and out there meaning the ether, which contains all that there is in the universe. Aquarius is telepathic and also telekinetic. So the power of telekinesis, being able to move things with your mind, can be given to certain people, especially if they have a combination of Aquarius, Aries, and Gemini in their charts. So David Blaine, who has displayed some telekinetic power at times, he's a street magician. He has that combination of Aquarius, Aries, and Gemini in his chart, which enables him to have that telekinetic ability. And Aquarius can produce superhuman capabilities. Aquarius is eccentric, and Aquarius deals with interests. And also, interests, clubs go hand in hand because clubs are based upon one's interests. Insightful, enlightened. Aquarius is rational, logical. Aquarius also has that goofy sense of humor. They can be really a lot of fun to be around. Aquarius will surprise you from time to time with acts of generosity. And Aquarius will stand up for you. Aquarius can be one of your best allies, advocates, and aces. They will let you be who you want to be. And again, Aquarius is very tolerant in that respect. Aquarius will help you to accomplish goals. Friendships are a major theme. Group affiliations, societies, and like I mentioned previously, clubs, beneficial connections. And Aquarius is the sign that has the hookup. Special connections, like I said, being able to get certain things because of who they know, on the strength of who they are, privileges, perks. Now, case in point, my mother, when she was working for a law firm, her boss gave her box tickets to a baseball game. And those box seats are expensive. And you're given like VIP access, and you're given, snacks and all this stuff that goes along with the box tickets. So my mom took me to the baseball game when she had those box tickets. So that was a treat. So what are the common challenges people face when dealing with an Aquarius mother? So one of the challenges could be that Aquarius mothers can be cold at times, detached, bitchy, distant, aloof, and Aquarius rules separation. So the separation theme could be present with an Aquarius mother. Now, I've seen this to be very common with people that have Aquarius moons. So if your moon is in Aquarius, You might have been separated from your mother either temporarily or permanently. Of course, this isn't always the case, but I have seen it be a common theme. Insensitive, weird, strange, or just out there. Indifferent, apathetic, disloyal, especially when you really need them to be loyal. Entitled, not motherly, lacking a nurturing spirit. Protesting, boycotting, impasses, moratoriums. So the story you told me, Angela, about your mother saying that she wasn't going to attend the funeral for your adopted sister, that was your mother doing that whole Aquarius protesting and boycotting. Also, Aquarius will give you ultimatums. If you don't do this, then I'm going to do that, or I'm not going to do that. Unapologetic, inhumane. Sometimes you may even wonder if your mother has a heart. Sociopathic, and this is on the extreme end, of course. Sociopathic, can be a bully. Unreasonable, can be obstinate. Aquarius is a fixed sign, so obstinance, stubbornness is a common theme. Absolute, resolute. When her mind is made up, it's made up and there's no changing it. Tyrannical, dictatorial, nonsensical, shameless. Depersonalization, where everybody is like lumped in together. There's no personalized approach to things. Perverse, and this could be her or her man. Like I said, with Mia Farrow marrying Woody Allen, who was a pervert, she could get with a guy that's a pervert, or she might be a pervert. And again, this would be more on the extreme end of the Aquarian spectrum. Can be phony, shocking behavior, can be an instigator. Now, you also ask, how can one foster a deeper emotional connection with an Aquarius mother? Also, what are some effective communication strategies to use with an Aquarius mother? Number one, always come across as rational and in control of your emotions. Stimulate her mind with interesting facts and compelling stories. So Aquarians, they like to learn things that they don't know. They like to be dazzled with information, with interesting facts. Learn her interests and support them. Don't make things just about you. Take the Three Musketeers approach, where her joys are your joys and her pain is your pain. Don't expect praise and adoration just because of who you are. You basically need to accomplish something to get that praise. Avoid becoming dependent. Share your accomplishments, but don't gloat over them. Don't dwell on them, because she may knock you down off of your high horse. Treat her like she is more than just your mother. Motherhood is just one facet of her being. Get to know her as a friend. What are the best ways to handle conflicts or disagreements with an Aquarius mother? Don't expect apologies, but be ready to apologize. Aquarius is not really inclined to be apologetic. They're very much like, it is what it is. Also, don't get hung up on the past. And that's why Aquarius conflicts with Cancer, which is very much about the past. So yeah, let it go. Avoid playing the blame game. Avoid becoming overly emotional. When you do, basically it's game over and your mother wins. Agree to disagree and move on. Take a time out from each other. Send a peace offering. Aquarius mothers like that, especially if you surprise them with it. Now, I included this picture right here of the Martin Lawrence show, which I used to love. So on the show, Martin had a girlfriend named Gina, and this woman was playing Gina's mother. And I swear she is a depiction of an Aquarius mother on this show. And this basically pertains to this next question. So what's unique about the parenting style of an Aquarius mother? So nudity could be a major theme. So Aquarius is a sign of nudity. So seeing your mom walk around in the nude could be an Aquarius theme. I know I had to grow up enduring that. And I wasn't really too pleased with that. Not saying that my mom was unattractive. I just don't like nudity for the sake of it. You know what I mean? I've never been comfortable seeing people in the nude. Or me being in the nude myself. Some people are, other people aren't. So yeah. Hippie or bohemian type of lifestyle. Communal approach to life. Being unconventional, revolutionary, and having a little freak in you. So Aquarius mothers, you might find that they're a little freaky. You know, they might say little jokes or say certain things that make you raise an eyebrow, and you're like, oh, you got a little freak in you. So the reason why I included this picture again is because Gina's mother on the show, she had a little freak in her. And there was one episode where they were planning Gina and Martin's wedding. And Hustle Man came in, which was Martin's friend. And Hustle Man was real ghetto, and he was trying to be the wedding planner. He was competing with the wedding planner that Gina and her mother had hired. But anyway, on the show, Hustle Man, he puts in a tape because he's like, yeah, I want to show you one of the weddings that I planned. And instead of it being a video of the wedding, it's this porno. And he's like, oh, shoot, my bad. But as the porno is playing, Gina's mother is starting to get all hot and bothered. She's like, oh, that was disgusting. And then she's like, what film was that? And then Martin's like, Miss Waters, I didn't know you had a little freak in you. So, yeah. And then there was another scene where Gina's mother goes out to a nightclub, and then Martin sees her there, and she sees, and they're not supposed to be there. But anyway, Gina's mother was playing an Aquarius on that show. I just wanted to put that out there. So in terms of your mother, so your mother is a hardcore Aquarius because she has a stellium in Aquarius, including her Mercury, Moon, Sun, Mars, and Saturn. And that could be very difficult to deal with because when I talk about this could be somebody that is resolute when it comes to their decision making, when things are really not up for debate or negotiation. Yeah, so I feel for you. My mom is an Aquarius sun and her North Node is an Aquarius, but that's it. She doesn't have any other Aquarian energy. So even though, you know, I felt like I dealt with like a bona fide Aquarius mother, not nearly as hardcore as your mother is. So I sympathize with you. So hardcore Aquarian energy can produce a my way or the highway type of approach to life. Also, collectivism, unification, united on all fronts. So while unification can be a good thing, being united on all fronts could be a good thing at times. It can also be a negative thing when you're trying to be your own individual. So this is energy where it's like you're either with me or against me. She could be forceful, obstinate, unreasonable, cold, and callous at times with this Aquarius stellium. And again, the protesting, the boycotting. This explains why she was talking about, oh, I'm not going to attend that funeral. Now, there's a square that she has between her stellium in Aquarius and Neptune in Scorpio, and that brings that reason out even further. Viewing children as an extension of their father because Saturn is in the mix. So if she had problems with your father, she's likely to have problems with you. Now, the square that I spoke about, Sun, Mars, and Saturn square Neptune and Scorpio, this explains that funeral situation, especially with Scorpio ruling funerals and death. Aquarius stellium can take away from the empathic nature of Neptune and Scorpio. We can add a sympathetic nature as well. So she's not really prone to show much sympathy towards others. But sometimes it can play out as learned helplessness and self-sabotage. She could be delusional, dishonest, and deceptive. Also, she could be prone to gaslighting with this square, neglectful of children, or view children as a burden. But this could also pertain to her adopted daughter, your adopted sister, because maybe she was abandoned or neglected, and that's why your mother adopted her. Crossing boundaries. Will play the martyr, but will bemoan her fate as a martyr. Refuses to be held accountable for transgressions, blames others, plays the role of the victim. Being a little touched in the head or a lot. Addictive tendencies. Nonsensical approach to situations. Narcissistic tendencies, covert narc, especially with Sun conjunct Mars. So I'm calling your mother out as a covert narcissist. Now, she may be on the light end of the covert narcissist spectrum, but she could be a covert narcissist nonetheless. Problems with men, attracting liars, cheats, addicts, jailbirds, losers, and bums. And you said she's back in her power and control mode, but unfortunately, she's tearing down the very people who love and support her. It feels like she pushes people away on purpose and then plays the victim when they distance themselves. That statement right there is the epitome of these squares. But also, she has a sesqui-square between her Sun, Mars, and Saturn in Aquarius and her Cancer North Node. So this is representing some of the serious challenges she encountered in trying to become or trying to be a mother. Issues with rising to the challenge of being a mother. Estrangement from a child is a theme. Will push people that try to get close to her away. Can start to become clingy and needy when her child pulls away. Venus and Aries squaring Cancer North Node. Relationships could interfere with her duties and responsibilities as a mother. Decision-making based on own self-interest rather than what's best for the whole family. Could be indicative of a strained relationship with her own mother. Challenges with women in general due to being male-identified. Sun conjunct Mars is representing her being male-identified. Now, she has a positive aspect involving her Mercury in Aquarius and Venus in Aries. So with this sextile, this is very much about asking ye shall receive. So she can ask for stuff, let's say, from a man and easily receive it from them. Ease in bringing people together under one accord. Good at networking and coordinating events. Also, this is good for financial forecasting, especially new financial trends. Getting in early, like getting in on a promising investment early, renewing ties with a childhood friend, receiving government entitlement benefits, receiving a pension. A sibling or relative puts her onto a money-making opportunity. So I found a few aspects in your synastry with your mother that could help you improve communication. So your Gemini North Node trine your mom's moon, Sun, Mars, and Saturn in Aquarius. Your Gemini moon trine her moon and Mercury in Aquarius. So your mother can actually contribute to your spiritual evolution, especially in terms of learning how to be a better communicator and to avoid making assumptions. She is helping you to lower your expectations of others, even if it happens in what you would deem to be a negative or conflict-oriented way. So you could say your mother is for your own good. So your Sun, Mercury, and Mars are conjoined to your mom's North Node in Cancer. So you can contribute to your mother's spiritual evolution, especially in terms of being more caring, sensitive, and nurturing. But back to these trines involving your Gemini energy and her Aquarius energy. If you notice, there's no emotional component in these trines. It's all intellectual. It's all mental energy. So this basically shows that if you could leave your feelings out of it, if you could check your feelings out the door, at the door when dealing with your mother, you'll be much better off when communicating with her. So that concludes my reading on Aquarius moons, or I'm sorry, Aquarius mothers. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Share your experiences with your Aquarius mothers and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you once again, Angela, for sponsoring this video. I have some more sponsored videos coming up as well as a live stream. Hopefully I'll be able to do the live stream this Friday or Saturday. Stay tuned for that. Peace and many blessings.